right now we have like a pilot. Yeah, I like this texture. By the way, if you're struggling to find textures, because maybe you don't like this one, or maybe you have your own brushes that you download or made for yourself, but you want to change like the texture. Maybe it looks a bit too repetitive for you, whatever. Just go to sites like Unsplash. It's like free images that you can like use for anything really. Private, commercial, and it's free. And they're high resolution. I think that's the important part. They're high resolution photos for images. You can grab some over there. Yeah, would I call this like a painterly brush? Because it can look a little charcoal-esque. Kind of like this guy. Well, where is it? No, not it. I think this guy. Yeah, I think they have the same texture. I need to rename this guy very quickly. What does it say? Round bristle. Temporary name. Yeah, I think this may end up in the painterly section. Because the canvas is kind of texture. Or the texture is kind of a canvas anyway, so... Yeah, there's so many details for this specific guy. It's like a guy wearing a mask. Like I think he's a pilot. You know, like this. How do I simplify this whole detailed sort of reference? I want to click some of this white, blend it out, kind of like that. I could use a mixer brush, but I can do it manually by just selecting certain parts. It's like a dot here. There's so many things I don't know. Like I don't know what this whole thing is made of, but I can sort of guess. Well, not guess, but just do what I can and make it look like the thing. For as long as what you're drawing looks kind of legit, I think you're fine. Yeah, not the most scientific way or logical way of doing things, but that's the thing about creativity. You don't have to be so right about it, you know. Well, unless you know, at some point you have to be more detailed, especially if you're planning to like model the thing in 3D. So I get that, but as a concept piece, as a sketch, capture like the main thing, right? I'm gonna blend this thing out. Where is the back end? See that? I improved it by cutting the silhouette. I call it giving the or doing a haircut of the silhouette or shape. It's pretty cool. Always check your silhouette, and like whenever something is wrong, you probably have to make adjustments in your silhouette. Oh, this is kind of a dark value here. If I had more time, sure, I could go deeper, but I think you get the point of this thing. Not too bad. Yeah, I like its shape. It's kind of a interesting shape. Haircut. There you go. See that? Coffee break. When it comes to this brush though, I would, like if I wanted more detail, I could use this brush, sure. But I think going for like a more defined brush tip, kind of like, I don't know, we'll try this guy. It's a simple ellipse brush. I think you can make big strokes for this guy, and then you can make smaller strokes. So you can draw and be more detailed with a more defined brush, kind of like this. Right? Which is not bad. Or preferred often, but if you're trying to go for a very like loose look, then go for a more traditional looking brush that has like a lot of like bristly ends. Oh, like, oh, see that? I can draw. I can, like, everything is just way faster for this guy. I can select like a different value, make that dark, make that light, and do this. See that? Oh, oh, look at, oh, I know there's like an eye here as well. So you're seeing the shadow a little bit. Haircut, make that cut. I want this black, darker black. There you go. Make that more. And then we'll do this. Cool, right? It's a lot more specific, and you can design things a lot faster. So if you're trying to design stuff or be more accurate, a simple round brush may just work better. So, you know, like this. Oh, look, oh, that is. Add some highlights. Right? Even like this sketch is way more defined than this guy, but you know, they have different purposes. So I get why when people like design stuff, you will see this a lot in like concept art communities or spaces, or even in illustration. Whenever they make thumbnails, they like to keep the, or they like to simplify their brushwork, because you can save like this stuff for like final illustrations. Or you can just use it for more expression, like for storytelling. But for like really defined stuff, you can use any brush, but more detail there is, it's just some brushes just seem to work, and the simpler oftentimes the better. So for me, what I like to do is just use the default round brush and squish it. You can change it in like your shape dynamics or whatever. Or wait, how did I do it? Oh yeah, brush tip, thickness 40, and then I put it in an angle. Oh, by the way, another thing about Clip Studio Paint is you can change like the angle of your brush very quickly. Right? For me, it's the brackets. I customize the shortcuts myself. So for me, it's actually the comma and the apostrophe, or sorry, the comma and the colon, the semicolon. They're my brush size, but the two buttons above to the right, the brackets essentially, it's for me to change the brush angle. Super fun.